Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside in his salmon shirt, hitting the boat yesterday night on the town.
Cool. You know, we put the boat in a little bit.
I saw the
yesterday.
speakers that you paid for or didn't pay for.
They not well.
They work well?
Let me tell you. When we arrived, everybody heard us.
All right.
We interrupted some people's nice Sundays with our knockers.
All right. That's Kyle Wallace. Across from him, next to me, is Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. Bradley?
Benjamin, I just witnessed something by our own Kyle Wallace. And I'm curious what you would do in this situation, if I may, before we jump in. So I'm out there, I'm filling up my tea, as I normally do. And Kyle comes around the corner with all of his stuff. And there's a nice area where we can get water and tea, and there's usually a stack of paper cups. Usually plenty of them.
Plenty.
There's one cup there. Kyle makes his way toward there, pauses, says, "Only one cup, shoot," and then walks on by. Why didn't you take the final cup and get yourself some water?
We have a very beautiful office that we have here, but the final cup is sitting face down on that counter.
Germs,
And
are you
I'll be damned,
kidding me?
man.
I thought you were being courteous.
It's
germs
or
disgusting.
money. It's either
disgusting.
germs or it's too expensive.
Do you think they clean that counter? That counter is filthy,
Hold on.
dusty.
You
Germs
are
everywhere.
aware there is a cabinet.
Sometimes it have cups and sometimes it does not.
Did you check?
No, I was only had a couple minutes left.
It was last minute.
Yeah,
it was last
so,
minute.
No, I did not check.
I literally thought it was courtesy. That you're like, you know what? I'm not going to be that
You
guy.
still think too much of people.
No, I'm thirsty. I'm parched. That was a nuisance for my day, actually.
So you'd rather be parched than put your lips something that's been on the counter?
I decided that I'm going to go at a different time, go get a cup from upstairs that's not going to be the
Have
last
you seen
cup.
the movie Along Came Polly, Brad?
Yes.
I have
It's
not.
great.
You know how he won't eat the nuts at the bar?
Oh,
yeah,
Polly
yeah.
sounds like a very smart person. That's disgusting.
He's him.
Do y'all realize how many people put their hands in those
Polly.
nuts? That's
Yeah, yeah.
disgusting. Oh,
Ruben
it's
Pfeffer.
Ruben. She dated a person named Ruben. Polly's a woman,
Polly is a woman.
and the man was Ruben Pfeffer. Quite the name.
You're
Kyle,
Kyle Ruben Pfeffer Wallace.
Quite the name. But no, I wouldn't. That's disgusting. Community peanuts are disgusting. What people do with their hand. This boy
this
right
is
here
the,
picks
this
his
is
nose.
this is the clip. He says, you know how many times
It is.
he's
Do
a
you know how
risk
many-
he's a
he
risk
goes
analyst.
statistic.
He goes straight statistic. He goes, you know how many people go to the bathroom, don't wash their hands? It's
I work with one.
it's 65% of people, which means blah 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 amount of people are going to the bathroom. Like he's got the numbers, which means all the nuts they're contaminated.
They are. Anything we touch in here that Ben touches is
But
contaminated.
that's the point. The handle that you use to get in here,
gross.
I touched,
It's
Brad
gross.
touched,
That button you're
somebody
pressing
else
right now
touched.
to go on air.
Mark Chimura in the morning is here sometimes. He touches all that stuff.
I need my wipes.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing: is you go through life touching germs. You're not clean all the time.
I try my best to avoid obvious informations. Nuts in a bowl at a bar, gross. Cup out here in we have a beautiful
A
workspace.
paper cup on a
With the
counter.
brim touching the counter. That counter
They
is
do-
if you think that brim's so clean, you lick it. I want you both to lick it. Lick it. Lick
No,
it.
Ben.
Lick. See, he gonna be
Ben
sick.
goes and leaves.
Now when Ben is sick come later this week, he's gonna have his bachelor party. Ben is gonna be sick as a dog come Thursday.
This is like, remember that
It's
play?
disgusting.
Rudy Gobert. Remember when the whole COVID thing happened? He's touching microphones.
And what happened
Ben
to
is
Rudy?
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy didn't get COVID.
Here's the cup.
Here's the cup.
On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison.
Don't
There's
you-
one
don't you
cup.
lick it.
Ah.
Oh, God.
Are you
This
proud of
is
that?
disturbing.
What point is he proving? We threw it at him.
It's wet.
Get over
I
it,
got
dude.
bin germs all on me. Ugh.
It is weird that we stack them down. Why don't we stack them up?
I don't ask those questions. I just come to work and I just do what I got to do, not to get in
I
anybody's
can't wait
Wow.
for somebody to get 5 minutes into the show when they watch back on YouTube and I'm just licking a paper cup.
Yeah, that was an aggressive.
I just want to show them it's going to be okay.
It was aggressive.
So if you get sick on Thursday, will you
assaulted. My
change
eyes are
everything?
assaulted.
No, I'm not going to get sick.
I don't know, Benjamin. You may get sick.
Are you for scuba, Ruben? Somebody texted in at the 800-990-3776 Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. You're so annoying. Like, you're good.
Wait a minute. Listen, I didn't do anything but mind my own dang business. I went there. I saw a cup. I didn't want it. I went and I sat down. I didn't say nothing. I didn't complain about the fact that we had no cups. I just sat here and I said, you know what? I'm going to figure it out. Brad came out here. He brought it to the choir here today, the congregation. And so I didn't do anything. I didn't mess with nobody.
Well, the worst part is I took the last cup and I licked it, so no one else can use it.
Yeah, so now no
It
one's
is
getting
good.
water.
Yeah.
Now no one's
Kyle's really in trouble.
That's the selfish person. He took the last cup, licked it just for nothing. He didn't even think about using it. No, he just licked it, and now somebody's going to come downstairs, going to be very thirsty, and say, oh, there's no cups. And poor, office assistant Amy going to have to come down here and put the cups up because of you.
Because of me. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Dortman back together on this Monday here. Strofe is running the show. Brad, you have an issue with me, too?
Yeah, this is just, my co-hosts are just cut from a different cloth.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so this morning, usually Monday morning, I wake up, I have a cup of coffee, and look at my calendar for the week and figure out what am I doing work-wise, life-wise, all the things. I scroll through my week, and I say, oh, yeah, I'm doing something with Ben. Ben has all the information. I just have it blocked off on my calendar tomorrow morning. So I text Ben. I say, hey, Ben, are we still a green light for that thing we're doing tomorrow? And it's gonna take some time, right? And a couple minutes later, I get a text back of just an emoji thumbs up. And I don't know where it is. I don't know when I'm supposed to be there. I don't know how long it's going to take. Ben just blocked it off on my calendar. I mean, that's just such an inappropriate response to a true work question. Ben, are we still a green light to go for our thing we have to do tomorrow morning?
What time did you text me?
Time out.
And it was a thumbs up emoji.
So wait,
what time did you text me?
Is it blocked off in your calendar?
7:50
a.m.
7:50.
Wow, that's
Yeah, I mean, I got back to you right away with a thumbs up. If you need more details, give me a call.
It's not the time. It's not the timing of it.
He's
It's the
that guy.
thumbs up emoji. In what world is that an appropriate response?
Well, the calendar invite that he sent to you, which is very helpful because he blocked off your calendar as a reminder.
Yeah.
Now, usually when you get a calendar invite for some type of event or what you have to be to, did it have the title of the event?
As the title of the event,
Does it have location?
It has a city. A city.
Does it have a location? So you just gonna have to drive to a city and look around?
Exactly. And I remember when Ben invited me, and then I'll say my piece and I'll let you respond, Ben. I remember he said, I'm just going to block this off. We'll get details as it comes closer.
Yeah.
And now we're close.
Yeah,
it's
give us
tomorrow.
24 hours, yeah.
So I'm fishing for details, and Ben gives me a thumbs up. And I don't know what to do with that.
Just confirming, are we still a green light to visit Plymouth tomorrow? Thumbs up. Like, you didn't ask, what's the address? What time are we leaving?
That's insinuated, is it not?
No, it's not.
Because
I answered his question. Did I not, Kyle?
You spearheaded this.
I answered his question.
Brad is a little passive aggressive.
Yeah, like if you want details, be direct.
Passive aggressive. The thumbs up.
What's the address? Are we driving together? Like, ask the questions, and I would have.
No.
It's early. I didn't have a cup of coffee yet,
Yeah,
so I was like, I gave you a thumbs up. We're good.
No, thumbs up. But I'm wayward. I have no idea what direction, what time. How am I supposed to plan?
What do you mean, what
It's up
direction?
to
Plymouth.
Yeah, it's in Plymouth. Just go to Plymouth. I'll be there at some point.
I've been there before. I've been in a situation where Brad is like, I need more details. And instead of being direct, Brad, obviously in the situation, was like, what in the world is
He's
going on?
soft.
He didn't get, wait a minute, I ain't going to go that far. But he said, I ain't got all these details. Let me maybe ask Ben and remind him we have this to make sure it's still happening, expecting for you to give him all the information. He's already annoyed by the fact that he is now 24 hours away from an event, and he has no
It's
idea.
not my fault that
He
he
gotta
plans
plan
for
out his
things
life.
18 years in advance.
I'm a planner.
Yeah.
I pack 3 weeks ahead of time for a thing. So the fact that I'm even waiting 24 hours to reach out to Ben.
Do you know yet?
No, he hasn't given me any information.
You didn't ask me any questions. As Ryan chimes in the Carbless Talking text line, Brad, I'm sorry I have to side with Ben here. Do you want information that you didn't ask questions for?
Yeah, Brad, you think you're
You
dealing
literally
with a
said,
normal
just
person.
confirming, are we still green light to visit Plymouth tomorrow? And I said, thumbs up. Yes, we are. Like, what more do you want from me?
First of all, I'd appreciate words, even if it's just like, yes, we are. At least I will feel like I got the respect of the text message.
So you feel disrespected from a thumbs up?
The respect.
He actually, it is kind of just.
He's a little
in Brad's defense, the thumbs up is passive aggressive because Ben probably saw it and said, "Did I tell you it was canceled?" Why would
No,
that be?
I literally was just like, thumbs up.
The only
Yeah,
thing
we're
that
good
would've
to
been-
go. We're good. I answered his question.
The only thing that would have been worse is you don't know this because you're not an Apple user, but you can thumbs up the text itself.
I do
Not even
know that,
emoji.
Bradley.
If you just would have thumbs up the text, then I would have been like, oh my gosh.
Well, I just did that right now.
I'm offended. I'm offended by
Brad,
that.
I blame you because you expected more from Ben than what he has ever given us.
So if it was the same situation, you planned it, you were the person that were spearheaded it, and I said, Kyle, and I know a city and I know a block. If I said, Kyle, I'm just texting to make sure we're still green light for our thing
7:50 in the
tomorrow.
morning, Kyle.
What would
I'm
you
not
say?
thinking about
How
Brad's
would
details that
You've
he
been a
needs.
manager.
Brad,
Ben's not a manager, but
you would have had the details way before. I would have had the details in the calendar invite for you already. You would have already known. So had you asked me that question, it would have been a confirmation that it was still happening. But I probably would have sent you a confirmation like, "Hey, Brad, remember tomorrow? Maybe not at 7:00 in the morning. Maybe around like 12. Hey, tomorrow."
So you want to do this on the air now, Brad?
sure.
Are we driving together?
Ooh, that seems rough.
Ooh, that's tough. I might have to Google Maps it because I don't want to go through.
Now this has become a bigger thing already.
No, it's not the way. I think
literally,
that
are you
should-
driving with me or not?
No,
I want to
he's
know
not.
logistics. I want to know if it makes sense.
Yes or no?
Brad, no.
I need to know details before I just commit to something like
You
that.
don't want to be in a car with this guy for. It's 40 minutes
How,
where you got to go.
how far is it from Plymouth to your? Well, so when I drive to your house and then we both get into a car together and then we go up there,
And then we drive right back
seems like
down,
more
give you the
work.
car.
It is more
then
work for
just
you.
go in separate.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're going separate. I'll send you the address and I'll see you at 9:00.
Can we be willing to pivot though? What if I want to drive with you? What if I go to bed tonight and say, you know what, I do need some time with Ben, or do I need to give you the answer right now?
I don't have time for all of this stuff.
I don't like being in cars with people I work with because you're forced to talk to them. Like you can't be. I mean, I like
You're,
y'all.
sounds like
you're
it'd be a
forced to talk
punishment.
to us for 3 hours a day.
I mean, it's different.
We're basically in a car right now.
Yeah,
we
this
have a
is-
show
it's
where
us
we
in a
know what we're
van.
talking about, but like when you're just randomly in a car, like what are you going to talk about? Like you have conversations with
What, you want
people.
to talk about life? What
Thank
about
you,
get to know
Chef
one
Ed.
another?
A thumbs up emoji is the perfect response, meaning it's all well and good. It's all well and good, Brad. Yeah,
So
we're
is
still
it
going to
on
Plymouth tomorrow.
me to then ask specific details of what I don't have?
You have to know KYP. Know your personnel.
Know your personnel.
You got to know him. You got to know Ben Bruss. If
After all this time we spent together,
That's true.
and after I
Sure.
sent the
At some
thumbs up, I'm thinking, all right, Brad's good to go.
Yeah, he didn't think he probably forgot he didn't tell you that.
Did you have any thought? Because I didn't respond to Ben. Because I'm going to bring this to air. I want KBN Nation to
Left
know
him
what
on
I'm
red.
doing.
Ain't no way he thought of that at 7:50.
Did you? Did you say? It's been a couple hours. I wonder why Brad hasn't said anything. That's weird.
It was a time to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't have all the details yet.
Oh!
That was my reminder this morning, so thank you,
Wait a
Brad.
minute, wait a minute. When would you remember? When do you check your calendar for your?
Oh,
next
no,
day?
I knew we had it Tuesday. It just wasn't on my to-do list to find out yet. Because I'm not like Brad. I could figure it out today. And
The funny thing is,
once he texted me that, like, just confirming, that means I know Brad has it blocked off. He's going to get there. I don't need to put it at the top of my to-do list to make sure Brad has an itinerary to get to Plymouth tomorrow.
what's crazy is literally. So I said it's Monday morning when I usually look. Honesty hour. Usually it's like Thursday or Friday of the week before. I look at the next week to just get my mind right. So I was gonna even text you then
How do you even remember? How do you look at your calendar on Thursday for the following week?
because I just want to get my mind right, and not that I would text Ben.
Get your
but I just,
mind
I
right
just
for
wanna start
what?
thinking.
What do we
You
do
show up
here?
at 12 every day for
Just start
this.
thinking things through.
Oh,
You
we
have,
certainly-
this is your one outside the work being here activity of the week. So you needed Thursday to prepare for the one time you're going to be outside this studio?
It's a general habit that I'm in to look further, and this is a big thing. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So I was gonna text Ben on Thursday, but I was like, it's too early. It's too early.
Well, at
I'm
least you
looking
had
like a
that
crazy
realization.
person.
Yeah,
but I
I
wanted to. So I had to wait. I had to restrain myself until this moment, Monday morning.
All right. So I'll get you an address, a time to be there, and I'll see you there, okay?
Okay.
Well,
Is that all
glad
you
we
need?
got this
Anything
figured
else you
out.
need? Get it off your chest now.
Do you need him to respond to your text message? Do you want to address how you don't like emojis? Just so he knows.
No.
Well, no.
I ain't changing anything.
It just are you a big just emoji?
No,
responder?
I just like it's just what I chose to do. There's no it's not that deep.
It does seem like a random thing to send.
Yeah, I don't like emojis. They're passive aggressive.
I do think
God.
words were required.
like
You
a
guys-
thumbs up to a question is like
Bro, I already have a fiance. You guys are acting like I have like two more relationships, and I got to think
well-
about everything I text you guys.
well, you're winning in that relationship, and I hope you win in ours.
why do you hope I win?
In ours, with me, you, and
I don't
Brad.
need to win in your relationships.
I
with
think
me.
your livelihood depends on you winning in our relationship, buddy. I don't
What
know
does
you're talking
winning look like in this relationship?
about.
Kyle?
Positive, liking each other. I'm not gonna lie. Ben texted me yesterday
I did.
during Sunday Karma. He
I did.
texted us, and I'm like, look at this negative energy. I said, look at this negativity.
What'd you text him?
Strofe, was my text into Sunday Karma necessary because you felt the exact same way as me? Kyle is being weird.
Kyle was being weird. However, I think it was your weekly reminder to the higher-ups at this company that you were listening.
I do put it on every week. I happened to be driving back after I Ubered to get my car, and you guys were entertaining me. But I was entertained until Kyle
was being weird.
Was being weird.
He was being weird.
How are you being weird?
He was withholding information to entertain fans.
He kept saying that he was a changed man and he was learning how to pick his battles with what he said on the air.
Which totally meant someone was listening and he didn't want to say something to get in trouble. Which nobody likes that radio host.
He was going to say something about his in-laws, I think. That he didn't want to say.
Not them.
Oh, wow.
I don't have in-laws.
You don't have any in-laws. That's good.
Whoa, so defensive. Sorry you don't love baby girl to the point where you won't take her in-laws in and say they're potentially future in-laws.
When they're my in-laws, they're my in-laws. I can't wait.
Oh, that sounded really. I hope they didn't hear that. 800-990-3776.
Nothing.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless talking text line. It's Kyle Bruston Nortman. I'm babysitting Kyle's feelings, Brad's feelings, and I didn't think today Strofe would be at the bottom of the list of having to deal with feelings, but he is, which is great. I'm sure I'll get to you later at some point in the show. Got a fiance and 3 other people in my life from 2 to 5 to manage their feelings. Full-time job. Jordan Love has been a topic of conversation. We're going to get to the Milwaukee Brewers because I'm so happy after reading through the comments. I saw ESPN Wisconsin put out some posts on social media. How many games do you think they win against the Phillies? Nobody said sweep. Everyone said 1 or 2.
Say sweep.
A lot of people said 0, 1. Suck it. They got the sweep, and they're cooking with gas. We got a whole lot to get to. Don't go nowhere. It's Kyle Bruston Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible. Wait,
What?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 17th.
Curio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third
This
deck.
edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in June 17th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check out your local listings to watch the game.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Born in the heart of the earth, natural diamonds rise up like the notes of a song from the throat of Mother Nature.
Rick, that was positively poetic.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
Sarah, wow, you can sing.
Born in the heart of a plasma chamber, created diamonds fall softly like snowflakes from the heart of a star.
A star that shines like true love.
Natural diamonds are earthborn.
Created diamonds are starborn.
Kessler's has the largest selection of natural diamonds in the state of Wisconsin. All the different sizes, all the fancy shapes.
Give her a fancy diamond.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
Bigger, brighter natural diamonds.
And financing that makes anything possible.
Kessler's is the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America.
Which means we can do anything we want to do.
For you.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh, and right now UWD is running their home improvement season sale. Payments as low as $99 a month or no payments and no interest for an entire year. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between.
Now through Wednesday, save on 9-ounce selected varieties essential everyday potato chips, 2 for $4. 3-count selected varieties Marushan ramen noodles, 4 for $1. 64-ounce selected varieties Sunny Delight, 2 for $3. 12.8 to 18.8 ounce selected varieties Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches, $5.49.
Let's get some strawberries.
Attention shoppers. Safe.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple fulfills every need.
While you're shopping, a drive way back, it's a goner.
There's something goofy going on with the PA.
Need a price check and I'll take me out to the ball game.
See, what is going on?
You're hearing things. We're at Century Foods, and you can't take your mind off winning that ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes.
I'm hoping to throw out the first pitch at a Milwaukee baseball game.
Or attend batting practice.
Or hold the finish line ribbon for the racing sausages.
You don't say.
The ultimate baseball fan sweepstakes at Century Foods. Enter on Century's Facebook or Instagram by July 30th.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Just let me cry a little bit longer. I ain't gonna smile.
It all started when the media was around OTAs and Fox 11 captured Jordan Love being asked about taking a step back. What's a step back? Get a little sassy with it. And now I feel like a lot more people are talking about Jordan Love since then. Dan Orlovsky today tweeted about it. And you know what? Just for old time's sake, we'll hear Jordan Love get a little sassy.
What is a step back is what I'd ask, you know what I mean? Everybody has different opinions, things like that. You know, you got to block that stuff out. So it's all about the goals of the team at the end of the day. You know, I'd say we won more games than we did the year before. So that's why I ask people, what is a step back? So everybody has opinions, things like that. Try and block that out.
Dan Orlovsky today, ESPN NFL analyst, tweeted on Twitter X, anyone who says Jordan Love regressed last year doesn't look at QB play properly. Thanks, period. Have an awesome day, period.
Period.
What I would like to know, though, from Dan is if you're going to get all like, I'm above you, you don't know how to watch and evaluate QBs properly.
What are you going to get on this guy about? Let me
say what people are wrong about. Like, don't just say you don't know what you're doing. Say why they don't know what they're doing.
He doesn't need to waste his time on the idiots that think Jordan Love regressed.
It's fair in some sort of way, but also if you're going to be this analyst guy, get the film out, man. Let's see the film. He's a film guy. He always breaks it down on Twitter of why someone did or did not do something that was good or bad. And so then I come back to us, and I see that, you know, obviously we know Kyle after last week, after he heard that clip from Fox 11, he's like, ooh, I like that he's clapping back a little bit. This turns into now Kyle thinking Jordan Love is going to have like this year that is unprecedented. Now, I think that he did not take a step back. I just don't think he didn't take a step forward. But everything that I will continue to say about Jordan Love is that the first 2 years have set him up for every experience possible that he could have gone through in his first 2 years starting to have a successful year 3. So I just want to quantify if Kyle and Brad, I think you think Jordan Love's going to have a big year.
I do.
What is a big year? 800-990-3776. Do we simplify this? Yards, interceptions, touchdowns, how far the team makes it? What's a big year for Jordan Love? You can quantify it. We can simplify it to yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and how far they go as a team. If you have other things you're looking for, because if you're not a believer, I want to know what you're looking for. If you think he regressed, I want to know what you're looking for. And if you think he's going to have a big year, I want to know what you're looking for. So fire away, boys, Mr. I was going to say Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mr. Big year guys.
Yeah, you know, I do think it's going to be a big year for Jordan Love. I mean, think about last offseason. He had the distraction of the contract, all the expectations. He's everyone's golden boy. But this year, people are accusing him of taking a step back, something to prove, underdog mentality, and I think Jordan Love thrives in that environment. So this year, I think he's going to come with a full head of steam into the 2025 NFL season. And here's what it would be for me. For Jordan Love to have a big season, and a season that I think is, attainable, not like some outlandish, got to be MVP, but very attainable. I think he's got to have more than 30 touchdown passes. More than 30 touchdown passes. That would put him in 6th in the NFL based on last year's statistics. He's got to have 7 or less interceptions. So, that he has to take care of the ball. Probably the thing that matters most in Jordan Love's progression is good decision-making and being able to take care of the ball. Less than 7 interceptions. When it comes to yards, 4,000 yards. That'd be 7th last year. So we're talking about a top 7, a top 6 quarterback in the NFL, something that he can do. And as far as how far he goes, NFC Championship game. It's time. It's time to make a swing. Just winning one game in the wild card round and going to the divisional round, it's not good enough anymore. This team's got to take a next step forward. He's capable. He's ready. Got to be in the NFC Championship game. He does that. That's 30 touchdowns, 7 or less, 30 or more. 7 or less interceptions, 4,000 yards, and NFC Championship game. Right there, we're looking at Jordan Love saying, it's not if. The time is now. Jordan Love is that bona fide franchise quarterback. He's clearly in the top 6 quarterbacks of the NFL, and the Green Bay Packer future is bright.
So, Brad, I love you.
Those are some really high expectations.
Yeah, we said big year.
No, they're not high expectations.
Oh my God!
Because what he said 30+ touchdown. But let me tell you this right now. When I talk about a dude,
Stroh.
Stroh, nothing to me because
mark all of this, by the way.
Mark it. Capital M, capital A, capital R, capital K. Mark. And I can talk about some more. Period. All right? So we talk about passing yards. We talk about, what Jordan Love has done. Mind you, I must remind you that Jordan Love has already thrown for 30+ touchdown passes in the season, right? He's done that already. He's already thrown for 4,000+ yards. So what you're asking him to do is do what the boy has already done. So that's why I'm here to tell you Jordan Love needs to raise the bar in year 3 as a starter for the Green Bay Packers. So when I look at Jordan Love, next year I need for him to throw for over 4,100 passing yards. Again, he threw for 4,159 yards. I think he'll have a better running game. So it may not be a whole bunch of yards, but I expect over 4,100 yards from passing. He already threw for 32 touchdown passes a couple years ago. We need 35+, baby. 35 is the bare minimum for Jordan Love.
Bare minimum?
I would put him like 5th in the NFL.
Okay. He was 3rd before 2 years ago. And so then on top of that, we talk about interceptions and turnovers from Jordan Love. Here's the thing I'm realizing with Jordan Love. Watching Brett Favre, listen, he's the old gunslinger, all right? He's more old gunslinger than he is Aaron Rodgers. And so what I understand is this. Jordan Love is going to have boneheaded interceptions. But the great thing about him is he's going to have miraculous, spectacular plays on the football field where sometimes the decision-making you're going to say, no, oh, yes. And other times you're going to say, what in the world is Jordan Love doing? So for me, if Jordan Love has 12 interceptions or less, I'm actually satisfied with that.
No.
Yes, because when you look at the top quarterbacks last year, how many interceptions they had, when you look at a guy like a Baker Mayfield who had 41 touchdown passes, 16 interceptions. Jared Goff, who we all thought Jared Goff played very well last year.
He had a 5-interception game, I think.
He sure did have a 5-interception game, but altogether it came to 12 interceptions. And then on top of that, Sam Darnold, the darling Sam Darnold last year, who played really, really well, 35 touchdown passes, 12 interceptions. And so for me, when I look at Jordan Love, I need for that man to have over 4,100 yards passing. I need over 35 touchdown passes. I need 12 interceptions or less, and I'm going to be satisfied. Anything more than 12 interceptions is a problem. But this is the big number that we need. We need for Jordan Love to understand that footwork and mechanics in the pocket are important, but also being able to utilize his legs to pick up first downs.
Are you adding statistics to this?
I sure am. We need Jordan Love to rush for over 300 yards this year. He rushed for 243, I think, 2 years ago. We need for him to utilize that aspect of his legs being a threat, because if Jordan Love now, because remember we played against the Chicago Bears and we beat the Bears in that game, but what did Caleb Williams do? He couldn't throw the ball downfield. He ran. he was a running threat. I don't need him to run for 450 or 500 yards, but I need for him to be a threat in the pocket that they have to spy him, that they have to account for him. I can't have them dropping everybody back, not accounting for our quarterback. So overall this year, for Jordan Love to have the year we expect, I need that boy to throw for over 4,100 yards, 35-plus touchdown passes, and I need for him to rush for over 300 yards. I'm giving up the fact that Jordan Love is going to be this quarterback that throws less than double digits in interceptions. That's not going to happen. It's going to be a rarity. It's going to be a rarity. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's going to make poor decisions. It's just going to come.
Are you
Jordan
done
Love,
yet? How far are they going to go?
For the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, it's part of the equation.
They have to go.
In the Green Bay Packers, this is the toughest part. They got to go to the NFC Championship. They got to go to the NFC Championship. You got at some point. You already won a wild card game. Now you got to win a divisional game, right? You got to get to an NFC Championship. It's not an easy road, but Jordan Love, for him to be able to get in that elite level, those are the criteria that he has to meet, and I believe he can do it. I don't think that's hard.
It is hard.
Baker Mayfield did it. Jared Goff did it. Hell, Sam Darnold did it. You don't think he's better than those guys?
You're
wow.
Weapons.
That's true. You got me on that one. They do have some. I mean, they got some elite weapons.
I know. That's why when I look at 4,100 yards passing, 300 rushing with Josh Jacobs, they better lead the league in freaking yards with the way you're predicting right now.
He had 4,100 yards 2 years ago.
I hear you.
Aaron Jones came back late, and he was ripping off 100 yards games like that at the end of the season.
I felt like I had a fair assessment of what I want without reaching too far. I had 3,900 yards plus.
Okay, so we're all right there. 39.
I had 28 touchdowns.
Oh, he threw 25 touchdowns this season. He played in he missed 3 games basically. When you take 2 halves that he missed. Stop it.
9 interceptions, less than 10. I'd be looking for, and I have them exiting in the divisional round.
Oh, come on.
That would be enough.
Because I don't think I can put the success of this team all on Jordan Love, because I just don't believe in their pass rush in the playoffs. I don't believe they have enough as they go further down the road to make it as far as I want this team to make it.
But don't you think that the quarterback owns the lion's share of it? Because if we ever criticize some quarterbacks in the playoffs, it's like, you got to do more. I know the Aaron
Did you
Rodgers,
watch the
right?
trenches in these deeper runs?
Yes.
That's what's. Everyone's a little punch drunk on Matthew Golden right now and what Jordan Love can do without even ever seeing him out there. I'm just taking
Just wait.
Yeah, this is my point. I heard you on Sunday Karma yesterday as I'm driving. Oh, you're telling Greg Scalzo. Oh, Greg.
Just wait.
Matthew Golden, you just wait. When did you see him? When did you see him? When did you see him in the green goal? You up there in 1265?
Listen, I saw him in shorts and T-shirts. On top of the highlight.
Oh, God, we're doing the shorts and T-shirts thing.
He looked pretty good in shorts and T-shirts, though.
But on top of what I see, man, he's a difference maker in games. We talked about it after the draft. When you watch the difference that he made for Texas last year, he was the go-to guy. He was the go-to guy on third down. He was the go-to guy in the red zone. I'm telling y'all this right now. Matthew Golden is going to be the golden child, the golden boy in Green Bay.
You and AJ on the Carbless Talking text line. AJ in Baltimore wants 35 tuds, 12 picks, 11 wins, 4,200 yards, NFC champs.
That's a smart man. Remember, that's the bomb guy. He knows a lot. He's a smart guy.
The what guy?
NFC champs. He was the.
Were you not here for that? Maybe you weren't here for that.
He called in. What were we talking about?
He said he dropped.
Well, he called in and said he was a general manager, and we were like, "What are you a general manager of?" And then he told us it was weapons. So I Googled them, and we found out.
Well, I mean, wait. He said weapons. I shouldn't say drop by. Let me not put that on him.
That's why I wanted. That's why I did the. I did my own.
Let me not put that on you, because I don't know what he do, and if he do that, I don't want.
He said, "I feel like Kyle just stole my hot take."
Yeah, I like him. I like Baltimore. I like him.
Why'd you just go Boston
that's the way
accent?
They talk in Baltimore. They talk like that.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
you
do.
Need to take,
no, that
you
sounds like,
no,
that sounds like Boston.
You need to calm down.
I'm telling you this right now. They talk like this in
Bare
Baltimore.
minimum 30 or more touchdowns, 4,100 yards, or 35. Bare minimum 30. He said bare minimum 35 touchdowns.
Are we agreeing on anything?
No, we're not. We all have our own expectations, and that's okay.
Whose expectations sound like the ones that you believe are most attainable for Jordan Love, that you want him to attain?
See, that's two different questions.
Most attainable is 28 touchdown passes. That's nothing. That's a cakewalk.
part of the idea.
But hold on, I don't know that it is a cakewalk necessarily. I think he'll get there. Don't get me wrong, but obviously
It's a cakewalk.
This offense is going to be. Are you eating in the middle of the show?
You're eating and you're talking over Strofe after because you want him to pick your pick
Can
so
you not
bad.
wait 30 seconds until we hit a commercial break to eat your protein bar?
So I thought we were going to go to break, and then I asked you that, and then I forgot.
Your IQ is low, and that's coming from me.
Okay,
Yeah.
Answer the question now. Look how distracted you get. Come on now. It's
I
just
do get
food.
distracted.
Peanut bread.
I think Brad had it high, but I think if he lives up to the contract, that should probably be the expectation. So I think I'm Team Brad more so than anybody.
Attaboy,
30
Strofe.
touchdown passes, that's it?
30 touchdowns, 7 or less interceptions, 4,000 yards in the NFC Championship.
NFC Championship game was the part I was really latched on to.
Well, I said that
I
too.
think that should be an expectation.
Wheel of Strofe! Wheel of Strofe!
Guys, best one yet.
You say that every day.
I haven't said it yet about Wheel of Strofe. Best one yet.
All right. Well, you can leave the video on Strofe and I putting the board together for the Wheel of Strofe, which is next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
I was like, it's the 4-1-4 hour at 4.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the kid who got picked on the sports team. I was like, oh, you want me? No way.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. One in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Got an unused car, truck, or SUV just sitting in your garage? Now's the time to act. Your vehicle donation to Rawhide Youth Services provides essential mental health care for youths facing trauma and behavioral challenges. Your help is needed right away. Your vehicle could be the key to a young person's fresh start. Don't wait. Donate today at rawhide.org or call 1-800-RAWHIDE. Empty your garage. Fill a young life with hope.
Kyle Brust-Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design.
Great impressions.
Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great impressions, perceptions, everything.
The Bog in Saukville is Ozaki County's best golf experience. 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer cater to golfers of all skill levels. Settled amongst over 250 acres of beautiful private land, the Bog offers a truly unforgettable golf experience. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, and after your round, have a signature cocktail while enjoying our Friday fish fry from the clubhouse overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy the Bog.
Summerfest is almost here, and we're going to send you to all 9 days. It's Summerfest on us. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to bring a friend and have the best summer ever at the big gig. Summerfest on us. Register today in the ESPN Wisconsin app under the contest tab.
Associated
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Got that sunshine on my Sunday bed.
Kyle Bruston Nortman hanging with you, KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. The Carbless Talking text line lists more. Check us out on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And of course, download and listen on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. Super easy to use. Open it up and get everything you need all right in the palm of the hand. Time now for the Wheel of Stroke.
You never know what to expect when the wheel appears. It's time for the
Wheel of Stroke.
We've brought it back. Week number 2 here on the Wheel of Strofe, and some adjustments have been made to the wheel. For the first time, we have a full wheel. 10 slots, they're all full. New this week, 3 new spaces you will see written with each of your first names. That allows you to have a minute to talk about whatever you want. You get to take a minute of my time to talk about whatever you want if it lands on that space. It can only land on one of yours per day. We added this sometime last week, but it will become a permanent staple of the wheel. At any point, it could land on my name, and I have to drop down and give 10 push-ups. And our 5th addition to the wheel, Ben will have to do the preceding topic in a Bo Rat accent.
Very nice.
Today's topics, we're going to play a quote game. Could play a quote game. I want to bring up Salvatore Frelick, per usual. I got to talk about my eyes. And maybe we'll talk about Tyrese Halliburton as the Pacers punch their ticket to the NBA Finals. Benjamin, it is time to spin the
Wheel of Stroke.
Good spin.
Salvatore! No, I don't like you a part of it.
The Brewers, who Kyle didn't think were going to win 7 in a row, have won 7 in a row, back-to-back sweeps with a weekend sweep of the Philadelphia Phillies. Tony Cartagena and I were talking before the show. It's still a rule in Major League Baseball. Every team needs a representative at the All-Star game. 2-part here. Number 1, I think Sal Frelick, if the All-Star game was tomorrow, would be the Brewers' representative. He's been the best offensively in terms of average. He's got gold on that glove for a reason, been terrific defensively this season.
Just under 800 OPS.
He's struck out the least by far of any daily starter.
He's the best lefty against lefty batter against lefty pitchers in the entire league on average.
I didn't know that. Thank you for that fun fact.
He went 0 for 3 against Ranger Suarez. I was kind of mad.
I think Sal Frelick may be trending toward his first All-Star selection, and then secondarily, if that does happen, I will be the first person to buy a Sal Frelick All-Star jersey.
I mean, I see that, but Freddie Peralta has pitched pretty well this year.
Yeah, you can make an argument for Freddie for sure, especially with all the injuries that they've had to the pitching staff. He's been the one consistent member of that staff that's been there healthy and productive. I don't know. The hard part about Sal is, yes, all those things you said are true, but he's not super flashy with his numbers. So I think he's going to have 4 home runs, about 18 RBIs. Like, he's got a decent OPS. He's slugging it well. He's hitting it well. He just hasn't ran into the opportunities to hit guys in.
How many run scorers does he have? Do you have a lot of run scorers? Because if that,
but like,
you don't have the gaudy numbers, you got to have that.
But I don't think he's like tops in the league.
On the team?
Yeah.
No, he's not making an All-Star game.
He scored 23 runs.
It's too many outfielders that are going to have those gaudy numbers.
Yeah.
And outfielders are usually.
He's only struck out 26 times this year. Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
Again,
guys making contact.
I love Sal. I actually think I'm not going to lie. I'm actually really upset that you jumped on to Sal first because I would love to be with the Sal
Plenty of room on
bandwagon.
bandwagon.
Yeah,
But
I give you
because
credit
you
for-
started it, I can't join it.
I give you credit for being so early on the Sal bandwagon.
As I said last
and
week,
you've stayed true to it.
I always felt he never got the respect he deserves, and now he's getting it, which is great to see. I love it.
I mean, I spent too much time in that rocking chair with my baby thinking about his home run against the Mets.
Yeah.
That could have been so iconic.
I know.
That game
Could have
would have
been.
been
All right, go ahead and spin the
Wheel of Strofe.
Brad!
A Brad takeover.
And I've got a good one, guys. I came across this
Sound
on the
like
old
Strofe.
Twitter sphere. Have you guys ever heard of the Taco Bell 50K Ultra Marathon? Let me tell you a little bit about it, because it's my time anyway. There are people in Denver, Colorado, in October that are going to run 50K, that's 31 miles, but each stop along the way, they have to stop at 10 Taco Bells and eat along the way. Listen to some of these rules. First of all, you have to be present at all 10 Taco Bells. At the fourth one, you need a Chalupa Supreme. At the eighth one, you need a Burrito Supreme, but you need to get something at each one. You can't take any Pepto-Bismol, Alka-Seltzer, anything like that. You have to finish in under 11 hours, and you have to run 31 miles. Could you imagine?
No.
In altitude, stopping at 10 Taco Bells and running 31 miles. These people are built differently, and I'm sick just thinking about it.
Good takeover. That makes me sick. 31 miles is actually the worst part of that.
Wheel of Strofe.
Wheel of Strofe. That was Brad. So, quote.
Oh, yeah, this is good. Fellas, we're going to play a brand new game.
Oh.
The Knicks have been eliminated from the NBA playoffs. Tom Thibodeau is their head coach. This game is called Did Tom Thibodeau Say It, or did Robert Downey Jr. say it as the character Iron Man? Was this said by Tom Thibodeau or Iron Man? Are you ready? The following sentence. Sometimes you got to run before you can walk. Was that Iron Man or Tom Thibodeau?
Iron Man.
I think that is Iron Man.
Probably Thibodeau.
Sometimes you got to run before you can walk.
Got to remember, I watched all Marvels through like 10 times, so I want to be good at this.
All right, how about this one from either Iron Man or Tom Thibodeau? You do all you can each and every day to prepare for situations.
Thibodeau.
That's Tibbs. That's Tibbs right there. It's too plain for Iron Man.
Tibbs.
Do all you can each and every day to prepare yourself for these situations.
Tom Thibodeau. Very good.
He's never won anything.
It's true.
No, he hasn't.
Just runs his players on the ground.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Fought and moved forward. I have a lot of respect for that. Tom Thibodeau, Iron Man.
Fought, move forward. What?
That was a horrible job at reading the quote.
And move forward?
Fought and moved forward. I have a lot of respect for that.
Tibbs.
Give me Iron Man here.
Thibodeau.
So there were a lot of moving parts, but they kept fighting and moving forward, and I've got great respect for that.
You said that.
he
You
didn't
didn't
say
read
it
the
right.
quote right, dude.
He did.
I mean,
You said fought and move forward. Or
well, he
fought,
said
move forward.
they
Fought,
kept
move
fighting,
forward.
but I needed to make it sound like something Iron Man would say.
So you twisted the
The
quote.
whole game is to have a quote that could be confusing.
All right, last one.
Wheel of Strofe.
Everybody wants a happy ending, but it doesn't always end that way.
Iron Man.
That's Iron.
Iron Man.
Oh, yeah. Iron Man.
Everybody wants a happy ending, right? But it doesn't always roll that way.
This is when he died.
Yeah,
I
this
love
is-
the dramatic music.
I'm gonna cry.
I heard that one because that was in the movie where he got
Yes.
the
Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame. Yeah.
That was an emotional moment.
And do we end this segment just like
Nice.
Iron Man ended
Well, Iron Man.
Thanos?
Iron Man didn't end Thanos.
What? Spoiler alert, by the way.
What you mean?
He's clearly never seen it.
He didn't. What's called? He
snapped.
He snapped his finger
when he snapped and died.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it came out like before 2020.
Did you guys cry when you saw it?
I did.
No,
yes.
why would I cry?
I cry every time.
I cry every time. It's a great movie.
So wait, Iron Man ended up getting his gauntlet. He stole it from him, and he had it.
Oh,
And he looked up, and he said,
I think we're on to something with the quote game. I just haven't figured it out yet.
I liked it, but your execution
you knew too
was
much about
poor.
Iron Man.
I did know too much about Iron Man. Yes. All right. Wheel of Strofe. What do we think? 800-990-3776. I'm curious as to the early feedback of Wheel of Strofe on the Carbless Talk.
Wheel of Strofe. Strofe didn't have a lot of juice with his topics he selected. What was the point of the Thibodeau in Iron Man? What was the
Well, because there was a lot of finality behind what Tom Thibodeau was saying.
And drama. And Iron Man?
Well, there's a lot of finality given that he died. Spoiler
I get
alert.
him, but Thibodeau?
I was trying to figure out what superhero talks a lot about finality, and Iron Man just came
So
to
why do
mind.
I care about Tom Thibodeau?
He's got a really bad haircut.
Wow.
No, yeah, I don't really
You seen
care
that
about
thing? He's got like 3 hairs on the top of his head. He just needs to let it go.
Oof, wow.
Speaking of quotes, we got a couple of bad quotes from ESPN Wisconsin teammates. But which quote was more motivating for the Milwaukee Brewers? Don't go anywhere. 2 polar opposite people have some really interesting things that they've said in the past that have motivated the Brewers to go on this win streak next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
The comments were so mean, but they also were kind of funny.
Wait, I didn't see the comments.
They said popcorn back in middle school must have been tough.
Please don't pick me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on June 17th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in June 17th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check out your local listings to watch the game.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. Go behind the scenes of the Emmy-nominated Giannis documentary. Get the real story of the blockbuster trade for Damian Lillard. Hear the origin of Bucks in 6. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Enjoy the Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live at State Fair Park. Gates open this Wednesday night at 6. Live music starts at 7 with the Cheap Shots. Enjoy summer fun this Wednesday at the Bud Pavilion free concert series Wednesday Night Live.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family. They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breese Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror?
they'll take care of it. Dented bumper, scratch paint, Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco, Fisco, Fisco.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Brewers are ripping love when I see people not believing after they give you reasons to believe and then they go give you more reasons to believe by sweeping the Phillies on the road. Whoa. Quick finger. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman with Strofe running the show. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Let's start with one Jesse Nelson, who, I was at a birthday party, and
we were at a birthday party for a fellow teammate.
Pablo Iglesias?
Yeah,
the big Pablo birthday
Iglesias.
bash. Yeah.
Big blow.
What did you say there, Jesse?
I brought this up on Saturday, and some of our teammates, we were out at a little event. We were all golfing the other night and at like the range place. I'm not suggesting this, but when I brought this notion up, I got death stares. Like, how dare you?
Because you an idiot.
And I don't think that's reasonable. How long do we give reigning NL Manager of the Year, Pat Murphy, to figure this thing out before we start to question him the same way we question Fickle, LaFleur, Doc?
Dun, 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 to take one of their hotkeys from Wilde and Tausch. I believe that's one of theirs, if I'm not mistaken. Where's it from?
That's Jen Gavin Chewy.
Ah. Dun, 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 dun.
That's such a good sound.
Yeah, it's Price is Right.
I know.
Let's hear from Homer of the Homer Hour, 5 to 6 on ESPN Milwaukee. This was no less than a week ago. And he's doubling and tripling and quadrupling down, which is why Homer is the best.
I don't think he'll ever be considered a superstar if this keeps up. But I'm thinking
I'd trade him.
Less than 50 games into his first
I would
year.
trade him.
And my guess is why maybe a lot of people aren't talking about that. It's nice of you to shine a light on that. I bet the Brewers are working on that issue with him.
Oh, of course they are.
So
Because if he doesn't get better, you got to trade him.
Lacks context of what Homer wants him to work on is his inability to walk at the plate. My man went 4 for 5 in the second game of the series and was electric. Found his way on base twice, I believe, yesterday. A couple infield singles, but again, he's 21 years old, and John Anderson, you should see his face in that clip. He's like, huh? What do you say? Because essentially, he thinks the Brewers would work on that issue. All of these are in May. These are statements in May about the Milwaukee Brewers. What do you have to say now, huh?
Well, listen, I mean, they both are egregious, and I love to see the response of the Brewers, but it has to be Jesse's statement that has caused the most amount of motivation. Because the players, they love Murphy. I mean, they love him. And they when they hear that, they're probably thinking, oh, no, not our manager. Because it's been a comprehensive rising of the ships, right? You got Yelich that's hitting home runs now. Of course, we've talked about Jackson Chourio, and we've talked about Sal Frelick. So I think all of them would hear that and say, wait a minute. Jesse Nelson, if they even know who that is. Jesse Nelson is saying that about Pat Murphy. No way. We are not going to have it. Absurd nonetheless, though.
Yeah, so for me...
32 wins now, right after that. 32 and 28.
They're both idiotic stances, and Jesse's kind of like a lot of us. We're all young in our careers.
Oh, do not put me in the same sentence.
We're young and developing, and so
he's young and developing.
You might also be an idiot. Jesse's an idiot. Homer's an idiot. I actually, as a resident idiot, am going to advocate for more idiotic statements because they work. 7-0 the last 7. I don't know know if Analysis said anything dumb when he had Pat Murphy on, but since that episode has come out 7-0, since then, just want to throw that out there. Check it wherever you get your podcast, ESPN Wisconsin app. I think we should say more idiotic things. I think that the Brewers should bench Jackson Chourio for 2 weeks. That's what I think. I think that will really show him that he's got to walk more.
At this point, we don't need Freddie Peralta. Let's just bring somebody else from the AAA up.
No. Let's trade him and call somebody up from the Timber Rattlers. Single A.
Fellas, it doesn't work like that. You can't be inauthentic. These guys, when Jesse made those comments, though it was idiotic.
I had the suggestion at the birthday party.
It was an authentic comment. I mean, obviously, he had too many drinks at the birthday party. But then when you think about Homer, like you said, he tripled down. You need that. Homer, he believed what he said, and great. I'm glad he did, but he gave the Brewers fuel to the fire because the Brewers retweeted our boy Homer and the idiotic stuff that he said. And listen, which one was dumber? What Jesse said was dumb, but Pat Murphy is not going to be the manager forever. But when you look at Jackson Chourio is going to be able to hit and help the Brewers win regardless of who the manager is. So to trade somebody who is that young and has that much star potential this early in the career, not because he's not hitting, not because he's not delivering RBIs, not because he's not driving in runs, not because he's not a good teammate, because he's not drawing walks in the first 2 months of the season, that is asinine and crazy. And so Homer, that was a crazy comment, and based off what Jackson has done in the last 10 games, 15 hits, 12 runs, 2 homers, 9 RBIs.
He isn't walking off.
And 4 walks. He's doubled the amount of walks that he has as Homer made the comment.
Thank you, Homer. Thank you, Homer.
Sometimes people talk about baby boomers for being old, senile, and saying wild stuff. This time, the old, senile, wild stuff worked in the Brewers' favor. I love Homer. Thank you, Home Slice.
It's all Homer. All Homer, baby. All Homer. We have a office wager. I believe there's like $800 in it on the Brewers to win over 83.5 games. That number shot up to 84.5 right before the season. Just when all hope is lost, which is hard to give up hope in May, it is right back. And we're back in 2 minutes, and that's not it for Brewers because I'm too excited about what they've been able to do over the last 7 games, especially going out to Philly. The only thing I would say is, now I'm getting too deep, is we missed Zach Wheeler, which I'm happy about. But you don't apologize for who you play, and when you play him, you can only play who's in front of you.
Zach Wheeler was almost a Brewer. You know that? He was actually traded to the Brewers, but then he got, remember with the cry when the shortstop from the Mets was crying?
Yeah, Rhys Hoskins did the little crying face towards him.
He didn't cry because of that?
Yes. Last year?
Yeah, but no. I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about when the Brewers almost got Zach Wheeler in the trade.
Yeah, well, how are you bringing up the Mets crying situation?
Because there was a Met, he played for the Mets at that time, and the player was on the field and he started crying because he found out he got traded. Y'all don't remember this story?
No.
I'll have to. We'll look at it during the break. I know all my true Brewers fans remember when I can't remember the kid's name, but he got traded to the Brewers. He started crying on the field.
I hope Christian Yelich is okay. That's the only thing I'm going to leave this segment with. Back in 2 minutes.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh, and if you're a homeowner like me, you know how it goes. There's always a project that needs attention, and sometimes the big ones, like replacing old windows, get pushed to the bottom of the list. But I'm telling you, this is the time to finally check that box with Universal Windows Direct. They're running their home improvement season sale, and the offer is just too good to pass up. You can get payments as low as $99 a month or no payments and no interest for an entire year. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
The big gig is back, starting June 19th. 9 days, hundreds of musical acts. Summerfest in Milwaukee is the event of the summer. Plus, tune into 94.5 ESPN all 3 weekends for Summerfest Saturday. Enter for your chance to win tickets to the ESPN Wisconsin app or visit summerfest.com. We'll see you out there.
there, Brewers fans. We've got a new way for you to watch the Brew Crew this season. FanDuel Sports Network. And now there are more ways to watch the Brewers than ever before. Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network to stream all the action. Or, new this season, Brewers Baseball is now available on Amazon Prime Video as an add-on subscription. You can also access FanDuel Sports Network through TV providers, including DirecTV, Spectrum, Xfinity, Fubo, and more. Visit GetMyHomeTeams.com to learn more.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
And it was Wilmer Flores crying, and the memes are good.
Yeah, man, it was. I mean, we almost had Zach Wheeler, but Wilmer Flores, crybaby behind, got to trade Knicks. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why I got Knicks, but yeah.
Kyle Brust and Nortman hang with you till 5 o'clock. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman all here together. Strophe running the show. Listen on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And as always, we're live on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Last year, I don't know what Kyle and Brad made out in terms of money. Maybe Brad did a little better than Kyle because Kyle doesn't know how to win any bets.
I was actually plus like 15 or plus 10. I mean, I didn't put
on our Packer bets.
Yeah, I came out on the positive side.
Well, Bradley Nortman is one changed man. Although he is still planning things on Thursday for the week ahead for work on something that's happening on a Tuesday.
Correct.
He is coming to me, the guy who's gambling a lot, responsibly, of course. And he's saying, did you see at Potawatomi Sportsbook what's going on the Packers futures?
Yeah, no, so now we had the Packers over-under win total at 9.5. That was already on there. And, odds to win the Super Bowl and NFC North. But recently.
But last year, real quick, you both had Jordan Love to
we went
what?
Over. It was 38.50. 3,850 yards for Jordan Love. I thought at the time, easy money, Kyle. I thought easy money.
Easy money.
So, two Packer players have their personal yardages now at Potawatomi Sportsbook.
What we got here?
Oh, and this is fun because earlier in the show, if you missed it,
yes,
these two think he's going to have a big year.
Big year.
Brad has 4,000 plus yards, 30 or more touchdowns, less than 7 interceptions in an NFC Championship game. Kyle, 4,100 yards plus, bare minimum 35 plus touchdowns,
yes, sir.
12 interceptions, over 300 rushing yards with those healthier legs in an NFC Championship game. I'm a little bit more of a safer bet. Maybe because I probably went right where the odds are close to. We'll see. I had 3,900 yards, 28 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and I don't believe in the team in terms of their length in the playoffs that they can go. So I have them in the divisional round. But Bradley, what did you find?
So they only have yards, right? So they don't have touchdowns or anything like that. But they have Jordan Love.
Yep. How many yards?
Passing yards, and Josh Jacobs rushing yards,
which was 1,500 last year for Jacobs.
Okay,
no. That was a prop, 1,500, and then make the playoffs. That was a prop that was together. That wasn't his over-under.
Oh.
They had to make the playoffs, and he had to have 1,000 yards. That wasn't his over-under.
Oh, wow.
So these are
that's why I'm here.
You didn't even know
your own bets.
Just the single.
How do I know
bet.
your bet better than you?
Now, do you guys want to guess at what you think it is? Or do we just want to just tell you?
I think Ben was correct about Jordan Love.
I'll say 38.50.
Yeah. You
Okay,
said
Ben's got, so Jordan Love.
What was last year for Jordan Love for yards again?
38.50 was the over-under. You're talking about what he actually got?
Well, no. What was the – what did we
Brad
put
ain't
our
going to
money
remember
on?
that. So you're asking him too many questions.
The preseason over-under.
2024.
38.50. 3,850. Exactly what Ben just said.
Oh,
that's what you and I bet last year.
I think
didn't get it.
I think it's the same.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit lower because of the rushing guy. I think Josh Jacobs' yards are going to go up, and the expectations for Love are going to go down. So I'm probably thinking 37.50.
37.50. And guys, what do you think for Josh Jacobs?
Josh Jacobs should be 10.75.
10.75 for reference.
11.75.
Yeah, for reference, he rushed for 13.29.
Ooh, okay. No,
11.75.
No, it's gonna be at least 1,100 then.
Okay, at least 1,100. Okay, let me reveal what Potawatomi Sportsbook has for its over/under. Let's start with Jordan Love. Jordan Love's over/under for passing yards for the 2025 season, 3,600.
No. Come on.
No.
3,600.
I ain't gonna say it.
3,600.
My wallet got my wallet back from when I was in Vegas.
It's got no cash in there.
No cash. That's why I wasn't worried about it being lost.
3,600. For reference, he had 3,389 when he missed all those games. 3,600.
Don't say it, Kyle.
I'm not saying it. I'm
thinking
I'm gonna let my money talk for me.
Okay, that's Jordan Love. 3,600 yards is the over-under. I was stunned at how low that was.
You better not tell me Josh Jacobs is lower than 1,100 yards.
Josh Jacobs, over-under rushing yards, 2025 season.
Don't you say
1,050.
Ooh, what did I say, 1,100? He said 1,100.
He said 1,100, and Ben said 1,175. Are those not criminally low? I know this is probably what everybody.
I'm doing some fact-checking around here.
Yeah, go ahead and fact-check it, Ben. 3,600 yards for Jordan Love's 2025 season passing yards and 1,050 for Josh Jacobs. Now, I'm looking at this.
Let's do this. 800-990-3776 on the poll at Twitter, X, KBN ESPN. Which, if you could only take one of these bets to hit, would you pick?
Nice poll, Ben. Very nice poll. I am floored at these numbers.
Yeah.
Floored. I'm tempted to go right to Potawatomi Sportsbook after this show and put a little cheddar on it because that is an unbelievably valuable. Josh Jacobs has never rushed for below this amount unless he was injured, unless he didn't actually play all the games.
And that's my only thing with Josh Jacobs. He was fully healthy last season as well. So I'm a little. I think he can get to it. I believe he can get to it.
It's just basically over 1,000 yards.
No, it's not. It's more than
1,050.
Yeah, I mean you're talking about 1,200 yards rushing basically, which is
no.
1,050.
1,050.
Are you stupid?
Oh, whoa.
1,050.
Whoa. I thought he said 1,150.
No. 1050.
He said 1050 at least 10 times.
I guess when you said 1050 in my mind, I'm thinking like, it has to be 1150. It has to be 1150. Oh my gosh.
Aren't these criminally low? Again, the only time Josh Jacobs ever did that is when he was legitimately injured for the Raiders, who had a trash offensive line in 2023 and again in 2021. Even then, it was in the 800.
This might be a parlay. You might be right. You might want to parlay this. You know what? Listen.
Woo! Well, Brad, you gotta make sure you got the hook in there. It's 3,600.5.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Because you don't want people. You don't want to push around here. We're not pushing anything.
Okay. I didn't add the 0.5 yard. Excuse me.
So
he's right. It's right here at Potawatomi.
I got some money.
Isn't that crazy?
I just ran into some extra cash, and I think I might be going big.
I feel like this is easy money. If you can parlay this,
I love my girl, but I ain't spending $3 on her. But baby, if we win this,
it's an investment.
I'm gonna spend 3 times 100 on you, baby, because we finna cash out.
1,050.5 yards. Wow,
that's nothing.
It's crazy.
Minus 110. Even it's minus 110 on both sides, so it's not like it's like you're laying.
Oh no, I got to be the guy to do it.
What do you got to do?
Remember last year we were talking, love, easy money.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
He didn't say it today.
And then what happened?
You got hurt?
Love got injured.
Well, yeah, that's part of football.
But we're looking at this Jacobs prop, and we're going, oh, baby, easy money. And I'm knocking on wood. You can hear it. But what if he misses 3 games? All of a sudden, it's not looking like easy money. If he plays all 17, I think this is cash by week 14.
14 games, he can still hit that.
I agree. But why is it so low? Tell me why.
I know. Windhorse fingers up. What the hell is going on around here?
That was my takeaway. I was like, why are these so low?
Maybe Vegas thinks, or Potawatomi Sportsbook thinks that the Packers are going to regress, take a step back because of the tougher schedule that they have. But I don't believe they're going up against juggernaut-type defenses this year where I'm afraid of what the defense could do. I mean, the Commanders, they can score, but their defense isn't anything to write home about.
As Ernie in a barn chimes in here on the Carbless Talking text line, I did look at this. 62 yards a game for Jacobs.
Oh, come on now.
62 yards. So how many games would he have to play in order to get that? So they're assuming
all 17 games, 62 yards a game.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, you said it. No, it's not going to happen now.
That's easy. I didn't say money. I just said easy. But no, I mean, honestly, for this, some people get weary about it. I don't get weary about it because I believe if Jordan Love was healthy last year, he smashes the prop that he had last year. So I feel really good about this, and I really think that the Green Bay Packers, they had a really good offense, and I believe they're going to replicate that this year.
So here's the
thing.
You
got the passing yards yet, or do you want me to calculate that?
Well, no. So I calculated the rushing yards. So Josh Jacobs ran for 78.2 yards per game, 78 yards per game last year. So if he just plays 13 and a half games, he gets it. 13 and a half games at the same clip that he ran last year.
3,600 yards divided by 17 games. 212 yards per game for Jordan Love.
That is
and he hits
low.
the over.
That's low.
It's all about health. But then when you think about this Green Bay,
you better pray, because I'm in on. I don't know about you guys, but all three of us feel like we're in on this. If I do decent in Arizona for my bachelor party and I come back with a little extra cat, I ain't covering it.
Oh, that's what it's
I'm just gonna do a lot more.
Right,
than you.
for real. It's not like
I'm just gonna do a lot more.
Love
than you.
average. What did we determine?
So
about
Love
226 last year.
He averaged 225.9 yards per game. So he has to play. He's played 16 games at last year's rate to surpass the 3,600.
And for everybody thinking about this, the Green Bay Packers did what this offseason? What is the biggest signing the Green Bay Packers made this offseason?
Signing
Aaron Banks.
Signing Aaron Banks, a guy who, likes to maul guys. So you're telling me that the offensive line got better because not only did they upgrade at guard, they were able to move an already all-pro type guy in Elton Jenkins from guard to center.
He's on there right now. He's kind of happy.
I mean, he's going to be around. They're going to take care of him. And then Sean Ryan having another year, Zach Tom having another year, Rasheed Walker hopefully getting better at run blocking. This offensive line has a chance to be really good. The interior offensive line, because I think Sean Ryan's already really good, and you got Jordan Morgan, a first-round pick that's right there behind him, who should be competing for a chance to get some snaps. This ground game should be really, really good. Already a Josh Jacobs who runs with, fire and fierce and runs through people's
Josh
faces.
Jacobs had 1,000 yards alone on first down when he led the league in rushing.
That's such an insane
And he had 1,300 last year.
Yeah, 13
plus.
1320 something.
I'm all in. I can't wait.
Our guy Julian chimes in on Twitter right away. I say parlay it and take the over on both.
I'm right there with you.
I'll see if they allow you to parlay these. Sometimes for the futures they don't.
Because I would parlay it and then I will bet individually.
Could you parlay? How many times can you parlay it with over 9.5 wins too?
Oh,
really juice it?
I don't know if it's going to let me, but at Potawatomi.
Make it happen.
Luis!
Override the
Make an
system.
exception.
The Kyle Bruston-Nortman Potawatomi lock of the year.
Yes. The lock of the year.
He's smart.
Me?
Yeah, all three.
So you wait,
Me?
Kyle, you said you're going to
You looked at me and said that?
Yeah, that was smart.
Kyle said he's going to parlay it and do them individually.
Hell yeah. Hell, I'm coming up, baby. I'm coming up.
I'm right there with you. I'm willing to put money down on it.
If you parlay them both, it's plus 257.
So what?
$100 pays you $257. You get your $100 back.
Oh my gosh.
Baby, we're getting steak. Steak and lobster.
The selected
baby. Steak and
outcomes
lobster.
cannot be combined. So this is where
Luis!
We need it.
We'll see if we're just overly, I haven't used this word in a while, Strofe, bullish. When we talk to Jason Wilde next.
This is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
Do you wash your shins in the shower? We shower from hair to kneecap. The rest can drip down our legs to our feet.
Doesn't work that way.
No, it does work that way.
What does the poll say?
34% don't wash their shins.
That is shockingly low. KBN Nation, you're better than that.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot of disgusting human beings on this planet.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Heading westbound on I-94 through the stadium interchange right now. There is a crash that has a ramp from westbound 94 to southbound onto Brewers Boulevard closed. So that's the cause of that slowdown. Heading southbound on 4145, you'll be slow going from Good Hope Road through Capitol Drive due to some ongoing construction work. And on 43 northbound from about North Avenue through Capitol Drive, you'll be on your brakes there due to some ongoing road construction. Your traffic report is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner dedicated to helping businesses do business better. Visit jamesimaging.com. Mostly cloudy skies overnight tonight, a low of about 53 degrees. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, a high of 63 degrees. Your weather brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Mike Spalding at 94.5 ESPN.
Your chance to spend an afternoon on the links with ESPN Milwaukee is just a tap away. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open happens July 15th at the Ball Golf Course, and we're inviting a lucky ESPN Milwaukee fan and 3 guests. Hang out with your favorite ESPN Milwaukee hosts, play around at one of Wisconsin's most popular courses, and enjoy food and drinks throughout the day. Open up the contest tab in the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to win this fan foursome with ESPN Milwaukee.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. WeatherTech Chicago is up next on June 6th through the 8th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC, Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breese Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman. A big focus in America today is your health. And you can't be fully healthy if you are not physically mobile to do the things you want to do. If you're someone that keeps on experiencing that joint pain, then you need to visit QC Kinetics. When I go to QC Kinetics' Greenfield location, I am amazed at everything that they have to give you your life back and finally fix that pain that you're experiencing. Everything they do is top of the line. From the free consultation where you can get an ultrasound of your joints and see what is nagging you in real time, to the effective and long-lasting treatments of PRP and stem cells that they offer to give you long-lasting pain relief. Be one of the tens of thousands of other patients who now have a pain-free life because of the treatments they received at QC Kinetics. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. The Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day when I was flipping through channel. Great family film.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I'm a naturally inquisitive person.
Holding everybody accountable.
If you feel better about that, I'm happy to do so.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle Bruston Nortman.
A perfect time after the conversation we just had to have Jason Wilde join Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Jason, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Doing well.
That's a good sign.
I now have to do it every time, Jason, because I can't not think about it.
So good.
I know. I was actually surprised I didn't think about it there. It's a rarity these days.
Real quick, I filled in for Kyle producing Sunday Karma yesterday, and I called Jason, and when he said, hello, I just immediately said, doing well.
The Kyle Wallace special. So, Jason, I know you're not a gambler, but this is more to do with like the predictions of using data points that we have from both players to figure out if we're just a little too hyped up over this, because the over-under for passing yards for Jordan Love per Potawatomi Sportsbook is 3,600.5. So that would mean if he played all 17 games, all he would have to do is throw for 212 yards per game. Josh Jacobs, 1,050.5 yards. He ran for 1,300 last year. That would mean he have to have 62 yards per 17 games, and if he misses a couple, I think there's still opportunity.
Gotta stay healthy.
For sure. For sure.
Let me ask you something as someone who is a bettor. I believe you even do the program from Potawatomi each week, do you not?
The weekly wager, 6 to 7 on 94.5 ESPN.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. How do you feel in general terms about wagering on season-long over-unders?
It's typically not my jam because there's a lot of things out of my control.
Right.
There's already a lot of things out of
Like-
your control as a gambler.
Yeah, okay. All right, good. Because, obviously, Love in his first season, and again, I don't know what prompted Dan Orlovsky's tweet. Maybe he saw the video of Love responding to someone who said he took a step back.
I didn't like his tweet either because he just addressed it and didn't give any, reasons as to why. He just kind of was like, you don't know anything.
Yeah, I don't usually like it when people do that either. But look, obviously his yardage total and his touchdown total were impacted by him missing basically the equivalent of 3 games, right? 2 games that he missed. He missed half the Jacksonville game and half the Chicago game when he hurt his elbow in the finale.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this is because we had a few people in the YouTube comments today on our show because Tausch and I got to talking about Love and Favre and Rodgers. We were really talking about leadership, and then we kind of segued into, the importance of playing well and how he played with 2 guys that, they didn't play perfectly all the time, but one had been really established by the time Tausch came along, and then obviously he was there for the beginning with Rodgers. And we were really talking about, like I said, leadership. But we did talk a little bit about performance, and I did say, and I don't understand why people are so angry about this. But, you guys hear me use that phrase, growth is not linear, all the time.
Never.
Sometimes
no. What?
It takes – yeah, I know. It's almost as annoying to you guys as it is to the girls. I don't understand that.
That's the sound that we use when we say things a lot.
Oh, is that right? I didn't realize that. So I don't understand why it's so upsetting to some people to suggest that I don't think he took a huge step back by any means, and I didn't like the way that question was phrased to him. But whether you want to debate about, and I think we talked about this last week, whether he didn't take as big of a step forward as you expected, or if you want to say that he regressed a bit, when you finish the 2023 season the way he did. And then you finish last season the way he did. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, you know what, he didn't play well at times last season, and at times he played great. I just don't understand why everyone is so upset when you suggest that it wasn't all peaches and cream and puppy dogs and ice cream for him. And so, again, I would be leery of that projection. But if you can guarantee me he's going to play, he's going to blow past that number. He had 4,159 yards his first year as the starter when he didn't miss any time.
And had a rough start.
I have a hard time picturing him being beneath that number.
Yeah, Jason, one of the things we wrestled with early was this idea of, okay, did he take a step back? And Orlovsky says, no, he doesn't. What do we need to see out of Jordan Love? What metrics are we looking at for us to say he's going to have a big season or he's playing well? What are your primary metrics that you look at when you evaluate a quarterback? And did he take a step back, step forward? How is he playing? What metrics do you look at, Jason?
Completion percentage, touchdown passes, interceptions, which, I know that's a simplistic view, but I'm a simple guy. But I I think those are the things that matter, right? Like interceptions. Is he making good decisions or not? Completion percentage. Now, again, as we all know, and I have used this excuse as much as anybody, but as we know, when you have guys drop 33 passes on you, that affects your completion percentage through no fault of your own. But, he went from completing 70.3% of his passes during the final 8 games of the 2023 regular season, and then was even better against Dallas. Like, I don't know how anybody looks at how he played last year and says, at any point did he look like the guy he was in Dallas, where he could do nothing wrong, basically? Like, anyway, this is really obviously sticking in my craw. But those are the things.
Don't let it, Jason.
How accurate is he? How good of decisions does he make? Those are the things that I don't care about yards. Like, if he throws for 4,000, if he throws for 8,000 would be a lot. But if he throws for 4,000 yards or he doesn't get the 4,000 yards, I don't think that that's going to be the way I measure whether he had a good year or not.
Jason, so he asked about quantifying, or he asked about what's important to you, but I want you to put it into numbers. When we think about Jordan Love and if he does take a step,
I told you I'm not putting it into numbers.
No, Jason,
he hasn't been listening well today.
No, Jason.
I'm not listening well. Listening well.
So Jason, you're gonna refuse to say, hey, like touchdown passes, 35 touchdown passes would be a really exceptional season where I think Jordan Love should get to. Completion percentage, 68%. Like, you're not willing to do that.
Nope.
Why is that though? Like
he's a simple guy.
Why are you so obsessed with numbers?
Because numbers allow for you to see where the progress is or how good a person is doing.
Right,
if he's healthy and he throws for 22 touchdown passes and 22 interceptions, then you know he didn't have a great year.
Right, if he's healthy, and we don't know if that's going to happen, and if it does, great. But like, this is the whole thing that kind of irritated. And this is, look, Dan Orlovsky, can say whatever he wants. He knows way more football than I do. He knows way more about quarterbacking than I do. I have nothing but respect for his knowledge. My only issue with him is that he started big time on us when he got on ESPN. But now he comes on when I'm not on, which is perfect for me. But here's the thing. Like, I did not like the way LaFleur answered my questions last week. And I don't mean giving me a hard time about being a physical specimen. But he did a lot of deflecting, and he never actually answered about what more do you need from Jordan from a performance or production standpoint. He did that ridiculous thing about if you're going to play fewer games, you're going to have less production. Yeah, no blank, Sherlock. But that's not and he knew that's not what I was talking about. Like, he can't complete 61% of his passes again. And even if those guys had caught all 33 passes that were dropped, which obviously no one is going to go through a season without any drops. But even if they had done that, I think he gets to like 64% maybe if he has all those as receptions. That's still not as good as you'd like it to be, right? So that's part of it. I don't. That's the reason, Kyle, that I'm giving you a hard time about numbers.
Well, let me ask you something that makes you feel a little bit, because I want you doing well.
If you want to do passer rating, you want to do completion percentage, those are not accumulative stats. Those are not, if he throws 47 touchdowns, yeah, I'm going to say he had a great year. If he throws 32 interceptions, I'm going to say they probably need a new quarterback if he's throwing 32 interceptions.
That's a bold statement. All right, so something that you may want to get behind is, did you have a chance to speak with Sean Mannion? What's your vibes from Sean Mannion coming out of the OTAs of last week?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. I have to call Mike Riley, the former coach at
Oregon
State, for my story I was going to work on him. So thank you for bringing that up, Kyle. Now I am doing well.
Look at us coming together again.
Well, we never were separated. Come on, just because I didn't want to give you numbers doesn't mean I don't like you. But look, it's hard to know if anything about him as a coach, right? Like, he's had a little bit of a taste of it last year being in the room, but Tom Clements was still in charge. The head coach is still the head coach who's in that quarterback room a lot. Now he's got Luke Getsy in there. They've got a lot of cooks in that kitchen. And so, I think this. I think my experience has been that backup quarterbacks tend to be pretty good coaches. I can go off of what other people have said to me about Sean Mannion, and it's nothing but positive in terms of him having what it takes to be a successful coach. But again, let's see how Jordan Love performs, and then let's see what Jordan Love says about his performance as it relates to in what ways Sean Mannion helped him perform better. And then I can answer that question better. But as of now, I don't know. He's tall. He was
didn't
throwing
say anything
bags
about what they're working on with Jordan Love or anything like that of interest?
Oh, well, I mean, he said some interesting things. Yeah, I mean, I think, I'll have to go back and look at the transcript of what he said. That was a few weeks ago. But the bottom line is that they want him to be more accurate. They want him to make good decisions, which is what everybody wants out of every quarterback.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Jason.
You're welcome.
I feel like
I felt transactional. Thank you.
You got to go back to the
again.
drawing board with how you present your questions to Jason. I feel like you guys are just out of sync here.
Oh, we have our good days. We have our bad days. We have our great days.
Like a couple.
I feel like I was just at Quick Trip. We'll see you next time.
Well, Jason, we will see you next time. And we appreciate the time. And I'll be at my bachelor party, so I will not talk to you on Thursday.
Wow. Okay. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Very much looking forward to it.
You're welcome. I hope you'll be doing well afterward. Doing well. All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde. Listen to Jason on Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these very stations.
I think we ran that bit into the ground. I gotta be honest
how many times did we say you could have done the dun-dun-dun?
I didn't think we were there yet, but I'm starting to think we're there.
Doing well, doing well. You'll be doing well if you listen to Behind the Bucks and Here District and, all of them on Bucks Plus. But Here District has a weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend. That's Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production. Marcus and his son Chris, who is a 1995 UCLA Hoops champion himself, talk everything in the Bucks world, and they're joined by the biggest names in basketball. So stay on the Be the Bucks and find Here District now at bucks.com/Plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Jason would be a little leery of that 3,600.5 over-under for Jordan Love. I want to dive a little deeper into that because if he's under that's not good news.
This is Kyle Broston Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in a house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that, dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We are seeing some backups in and around the Marquette interchange, basically in all directions. Right now, heading westbound 94, you will be slow from basically the Marquette interchange out through the Stadium interchange as crews continue to work to get an accident cleared up that did have the Stadium interchange heading on to Brewers Boulevard closed for a little while. That accident has since basically been cleared. It's been off onto the right shoulder now, but things are still slow. Southbound 4145, you'll be on your brakes from Good Hope Road through Capitol Drive. And on northbound 4145 from the Zoo to Highway Q, you'll be on your brakes at Watertown Plank Road through about Hampton. Northbound 43, we're seeing some delays build there from the Marquette interchange up through about Capitol Drive. Mostly clear skies overnight tonight, a low 64. Tomorrow, warm and humid and windy, chance of a rain shower or two, a high of 85 degrees. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Mike Spalding on 94.5 ESPN.
Got an unused car, truck, or SUV just sitting in your garage? Now's the time to act. Your vehicle donation to Rawhide Youth Services provides essential mental health care for youths facing trauma and behavioral challenges. Your help is needed right away. Your vehicle could be the key to a young person's fresh start. Don't wait. Donate today at rawhide.org or call 1-800-RAWHIDE. Empty your garage. Fill a young life with hope.
You love her twice as much today as the day you married her, right?
Welcome to Kessler's.
Sip into a flawless summer. Hey, it's KBN's Brad Nortman. Let carbless, ready-to-drink cocktails be your passport to pool parties, patio hangouts, cookouts, and pure summer bliss. Carbless is here to spark a summer of flavor and fun. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and of course, all the good vibes. From fruity flavors to refreshing fizz, Carbless stands out in a sea of same old seltzers. See what flavors fit your summer. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com and enter to win a flawless summer prize pack today.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Enjoy the Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live at State Fair Park. Gates open this Wednesday night at 6. Live music starts at 7 with the Cheap Shots. Enjoy summer fun this Wednesday at the Bud Pavilion free concert series Wednesday Night Live.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp recently surveyed more than 16,000 people and found that while 75% of people believe it is wise to seek support, only 27% of Americans are actually in therapy, and people stay silent to avoid being judged. BetterHelp has more than 10 years of experience matching you with the right therapist. We are all better with help. Visit BetterHelp.com /timeout for 10% off your first month of therapy today. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com /timeout.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, so now we got to dive a little deeper because I got Kyle after Brad started this hour talking about the futures on Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Jordan Love's passing number is 3,600.5 yards. Josh Jacobs is 1,050.5. And it's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman here across ESPN Wisconsin. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Always chime in at the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. And I feel like we're all going to jump in on this wager.
I'm all in.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Head first.
But you're not head first.
What do you mean I'm not head
what's
first?
head first for you? 50 on each?
Yeah, I was at first when I got excited and I opened up my empty wallet, I was thinking 100 on each, but boy, that'd be crazy.
200
You
bucks?
know why it's
Come
crazy?
on.
Because we were talking, so I'm obviously, actually we haven't talked about it that much. Maybe a little bit. My bachelor party's coming this week.
Ooh,
Thursday, Friday.
buddy.
I'll be gone. And I'm doing the budgeting in my head of if we do make it to a casino, what am I okay winning and losing? And that's not for this conversation. The conversation now, Kyle.
The number he said, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I almost cut. I worked so hard to make my money. I couldn't imagine.
But you brought something up from 14 years ago, and he was giving us gave us play-by-play, Brad.
I'm still scarred.
Of something, Strofe, this is insane. Like Strofe and I went to the casino, and he's still upright, doing well, and doing well. And Kyle's having a a fit over here about
14
something
years
from
ago?
2011.
We were
Kyle,
June of 2011.
were
I was
talking-
in 7th grade.
Boy, let me
we
tell
were
you.
talking in our context today of losing money, right? What that would look like. And then you said this line.
Well, I went to in Vegas. I turned 21 in June of 2011, and we went to Vegas. So we're at the table we're playing. It was a craps. I'm playing the side. You know, I'm doing black or red, odd and even. And your boy
That is
was
not craps. That's roulette.
roulette.
That's roulette.
Oh, my.
Roulette.
Wrong game.
That shows you. We're playing roulette. So, you know, I'm hitting. I'm like, okay, good. Black, yeah, black. You red, ooh, even. You, oh, 1 through what? I'm up 300. And my boy Jordan was at the table, too. You know, he's playing it. He's down. And I said, hey, Jordan, I'm good to go. He said, bro, stay with me. Stay with me. And so, you know, when you keep playing, what do? You lose a little bit. You keep going. You lose a little bit more. I found myself $300 down, and that man made his money back, and I was hurt. I was so hurt. I called my mom. I said, Mom, I don't like Vegas. I said, I can't. I said, I'm down 300. And so I'm still to this
you
day.
were up how much?
I was up 300, and I was down 300.
So a $600 swing.
A $600 swing at 21 in Vegas. My mom heard it in my voice. She knew her baby boy was so sad. You know what she did?
She flew out to console you.
No, she dropped $150 in my account for me.
No,
Oh,
she
my
didn't.
God.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, my
That's nice.
God.
She heard it. I was hurt.
Gosh.
I
Were you
was hurt.
crying?
I wasn't crying.
You were
crying.
crying.
I was
You were crying to your mom
No,
on
I
your
was
21st birthday? That is sick.
My mom could hear in her baby boy voice that he was hurt. I was like, dog, and Jordan was like, dang, Jordan messing around with you. And so, yeah, still to this day, that was a lesson I learned, and I have not.
Because I am not over 2011.
I have not spent that much money at a casino in that long.
But what's good is that was 14 years ago, almost half your life ago. You're over it now, right?
Hell no.
Come on. That was 14
I
years
was just
ago.
in Vegas, and I had zero appetite to bet. Even now, just full honest.
What casino was it at?
Palms. It was at the Palms, because that's where we were staying. They were staying at the Palms.
Oh, wow.
And
So it was like one of those experiential things where you feel the pain all over again.
And peep this, though, fellas.
What am I
didn't
peeping?
back then, because this is how long it's been. Back
Peep
then,
it, boy.
it was like $5 or $10 to be able to get in as like the minimum.
To bet.
Yeah, it's like $25 for a minimum now.
It is crazy.
I'm like, whoa, when did it go up so high? But I had, until we started doing this show and I had a chance to go to Potawatomi Sports, Potawatomi Hotel, Casino Hotel, much more. Now I realize, it's a little bit more to get in, but it's a fun, good experience. So that's
Okay,
why
for
I
the
like
record,
about
it's
it.
free to get in these places. You're saying it's more of a
Yeah, you're
minimum
giving back.
at the table.
Kyle,
I mean,
minimum
gosh,
is
you're making it
playing
seem like there's a
craps,
cover
he's
charge
playing
at casinos.
The minimums are a little bit higher than what they were in 2011. So,
Wow.
yeah, I haven't, So
I can't believe you still remember losing $300 14 years ago.
Dude, it hurt. It hurts to this day. I could have spent that $300 on so much more. Baby girl could have had new shoes.
So Brad, this is like we're polar opposites, but like you know how I've talked about how the worst thing that ever happened to me when I was 21 as well, and I went out to Vegas after we lost in the NCAA tournament my junior
this is
year,
interesting.
and I won $8,000 as a 21-year-old. What happens if I lose like Kyle did? Would I be a completely different person?
Your lives would be completely different if your 21st
and if
birthday.
he won $300 and walked away,
Could you imagine?
he would be hooked still.
Could you imagine Kyle with a gambling appetite?
If I would,
oh my God!
He would be wild.
$300 that day, I would have said, fellas, I got y'all.
I
You're
hate to
going
say
crazy.
it. If Kyle had a gambling appetite, I don't think we're all in the room together right now.
No, probably not.
Oh, that's probably true.
Probably not. I don't know how to control it. Don't let me get money. I'm
Well,
telling you
here's
this
your
right now.
next chance to use your money well, Kyle. New pizza. Ragu frozen pizzas are now available at Sendex and are $2 for $9 on a limited time basis through tomorrow. So try them all. They have cheese, combination, pepperoni, supreme. Enjoy the pizzeria-inspired crust topped with Ragu-inspired sauces. Your favorite family-pleasing toppings. It's an Italian heritage in a convenient family favorite food at an affordable price. So try the all-new Ragu frozen pizzas at your local Sendex today. $2 for $9. Plus, they have the Screamin' Sicilian, all the Palermo's brands. And I, with the daughter for 7 days without my fiance, over under, I mean, just guess the amount of pizzas.
Oh, how many days was it? 7?
At least 5.
Yeah, I'm going with 9. I bet he doubled up.
Well, he's a busy man during the day, but he ate pizza 5.
I had 4 times. Four
frozen way over.
Yeah.
But it was good every time.
I told you about my birthday, right?
Sponsored by Palermo's.
Sponsored by Palermo. Got the 10 Palermo's
Wow,
pizza.
everyone's
in the
gonna walk away
freezer.
with a smile.
Yeah, they are.
Michael in the 920, go find where all the screaming is about. Or next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
I said, baby, we got to do more sucking. And so I called the company. I said, listen, y'all put this thing in here. Y'all need to come on
ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Rivals meet again when the Brewers battle the Cardinals June 12th through the 15th. Come for a duel between the Contreras brothers on the diamond and stay for one of the best weekends of summer. It's Tropical Day, Saturday, June 14th, featuring a Brewers straw hat with special tickets. Then take Dad to the Father's Day game for a Barrelman cooler giveaway on June 15th. It doesn't get any better than this. Get in on the action at Brewers.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
It was an uneven series for the Knicks against the upstart Detroit Pistons. They end up winning that series in 6. It seemed weird in terms of how the series played out. Then you had the series against the Boston Celtics where they were down by 20 each of the first 2 games, and you're wondering whether or not that was about the Knicks' resilience or Boston being complacent. Then you get to this series against the Indiana Pacers, and you barely pinch them. I don't know how to gauge where the New York Knicks are at. They didn't have to deal with the second best player in all of basketball who resides in the East. They didn't have to deal with the team that has the best record in the Eastern Conference. And the Pacers did on their path to get to the Final Four. So they did take on the reigning defending champs, but I don't know what to make of what I've seen from the Knicks regular season and, more importantly, what I've seen from them in their postseason run.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Do you know what to do in the event of a cardiac emergency? Would you be ready, willing, and able to help someone in their greatest time of need? Throughout the month of June, the American Heart Association is asking everyone to become a nation of lifesavers instead of bystanders during CPR AED Awareness Month. You never know when those life-saving skills will be needed, and you can make a difference when someone needs it the most. To learn more about hands-only CPR, sign up today for an online course at shopcpr.heart.org or find a Heart Saver course near you at cpr.heart.org.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Bruston Nortman hanging with you, KBN Nation, till 5 o'clock. We're with Madison and Beaver Dam for just a little bit longer. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman with Strofe running the show. Maybe we tease it now to get the thoughts noodling from KBN Nation. I was listening to Sunday Karma across ESPN Wisconsin. Greg Scalzo, Kyle Wallace, and Alex Strofe. I heard Craig Karmazin call in a little bit as well. But Kyle said we were going to do something on Sunday Karma. He was like, I want to know which GM KBN Nation and ESPN Wisconsin thinks has the best chance of winning the next championship. Heard you say that.
Yep.
I want to change it. Extend hot seat fire.
Ooh.
Okay. Extend hot seat fire. Who are we putting in there?
John Horst?
Is Mac in there or no?
Well, I was going to say Luke Fickell knows he's fired, or Luke Fickell's fired, he just doesn't know it yet.
Ooh.
If he gets fired, that means Mac.
Nah, I think Mac's okay.
He's probably okay, but he's on thin ice if Fickell doesn't work
obviously
out.
when your biggest revenue-generating sport and your biggest hire didn't work, that'll put you on the hot seat.
$50 million. You sat up there and told him, hey, guys, listen, pay him $50 million. You told him that.
$50 million?
If somebody told, Brad, you're an investor. If you told somebody to invest $50 million in a bad investment, would Baird have come and had a conversation with you?
Yeah. It would be quite the sit down right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Sit down, Brad. Have been
Yeah, you would have been kicked in the rear into a
further
the
than
nearest
you've ever
dumpster.
punted all the footballs in your life.
That's all I'm saying. But who are we who are we firing, extending, and
Horst, Arnold, Goody.
And it's called.
No. We're gonna noodle on this one. I don't want to rush it because I know Kyle's gonna give a 3-minute answer.
So it's fire.
This is exactly my point, Stro.
Okay. Think about start, bench, cut.
Yeah. Okay. Fire, hire, extend. Is that what it is? Fire, extend.
Extend,
fire,
nothing, or hot seat, whatever you want to call it. I think we landed on hot seat.
Microscope.
And then fire.
Fire.
So one you were marrying, one you were dating, one you were killing, essentially. You've heard that one before?
Baby girl. Yes. I have.
Who's baby girl?
Well, which one does baby girl fall under?
Well, we'll have to find out, I guess, right?
So I hope
I want to know who the hot seat one would be.
So extend a hot seat fire, 800-990-3776. Matt Arnold. You have Goody and you have Horst.
Ooh, it's really tough, though.
Yeah, it's fun. That's what makes it fun.
It's tough.
Well, hold on. I know you're getting frustrated.
Why is he getting upset? We're thinking
he's getting
out loud.
frustrated because
We're
it's
noodling.
taking you a long time to noodle the way he'd like you to noodle, which is understandable. I understand why
He
he's
took
upset.
a 20-minute poop in show prep, and
I know.
he's trying to pick up the pieces
That's
right now.
I sure did.
Now he knows what I go through on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday when I miss the first half. He missed the second half today.
When I was sitting there, I was thinking, boy, oh boy, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. You haven't heard this yet.
No, I haven't.
I thought you were in the room, but you weren't because you were.
No, this is my
taking
first.
a-
This is my first.
The first time.
800-990-3776. Is this hard?
No, it's not hard. It's the first time he's heard it. It was also the first time he had heard all of the new additions to the Wheel of Strofe.
Yes.
So you should have seen his face when I was listing those off. He was like, "What is he talking about? FaceTime."
I was very confused because then I heard like, oh, and you get a minute rant. I'm like, okay, well I can rant on stuff, but like, I got to figure out what I'm going to rant on because it has to be appropriate for this and all this. So I'm like, I got to figure out what I'm going to rant on it. So when you were spinning it and it almost hit me and at Brad, I'm like, I don't know what direction I'm going here.
Oh, I would have gave my pat on myself on the back for keeping a child alive for 6 days without my fiance.
That's not.
That's a good one.
It doesn't have to be a rant. It's your minute to talk about what you
Whatever
want.
Okay, I had one in mind and I'll probably save it, but I'm good for this for extend fire hot seat.
There we go. We got there. 5 minutes. We got
3 general managers of the professional sports team. Extend, hot seat, fire. What do you got? 800-990-3776. Jim, Matt, and Molly are up next in Madison. The Damn Sports Show's next in Beaver Dam. We're Kyle, Bruss, and Ortman. We're streaming on the ESPN Wisconsin app, live on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee for the last hour of the show. Enjoy your other shows. And Kyle, you got this?
Extend fire hot seat.
Did you time the post here? Oh, I love it. Back in 2 minutes.
The show that never ends.
across the system this afternoon. Heading westbound on 94, you'll be tapping your brakes from 27th Street through the Stadium interchange and remain on them through about Hawley. 4145 southbound, you'll be slow from Good Hope Road through Capitol Drive due to some ongoing road construction. On the north side of 4145, you'll be slow from Watertown Plank Road through Hampton right now due to some road construction. And northbound 43, slowdowns begin at National Avenue, continue up through the Marquette interchange, and you'll be on your brakes till about Capitol Drive. Mostly clear skies overnight tonight, a low 64 degrees. Tomorrow, warm, humid, windy, chance of a shower or two, a high of 85 degrees. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Mike Spalding on 94.5 ESPN.
Truck drivers, are you tired of an outdated truck hurting your paychecks? At Schneider, we add new trucks to our fleet every year to keep drivers moving and racking up the miles. Our easy-to-use technology is designed to keep you safe and comfortable